One super club of Spain in Barcelona, one super club of Greece in Olympiacos, who are celebrating their 100th year as a sporting institution. They're 3-0 here at their home court fortress, 0-3 though on the road, although they've only lost those road games by an average margin of 5 points, despite their two main centres, Fal and Milutinov, being available for a combined total of only 36 out of the 120 minutes. A lack of interior defence and rebounding proving pivotal. Here in Piraeus, they've beaten Žalgiris by 6, Milan by 21, and on Tuesday, with Fal and Milutinov both playing for the first time all season, they beat Real Madrid by 10 and held Los Blancos under 70 points, Joe.
I was really impressed with the way they played against Real Madrid, but when you look back at the game again the next day, I really couldn't tell whether it's Olympiacos playing really well or Madrid not playing their game at the end in the third and fourth quarter. But we talked about that throughout the broadcast the other day. Olympiacos needed this boost in the second half. They've been blowing games in the second half, and they were able to stop Capasa. Of course, a lot of it started out with the foul trouble we had early on. And now tonight, they're going to have another tough time against Kevin Punter. He controls the ball quite often in his offense.
40 previous meetings between these two in the Molinarios. 13 of them have come in the postseason. That includes a full 5-game series in the playoffs earlier this year. Olympiacos coming from 2-1 down to win 3-2 with 2 do-or-die wins. First, it was here in Game 4 when the Reds handed Barca their worst ever road loss in a EuroLeague game, 92-58. How does this team respond tonight?
I don't think any of these guys, I hope that they're not thinking about that Game 5 from last year. They're just thinking about a 5-1 record, being on top of the league right now. They're thinking about 2024-25. You got to shake off that loss. Those losses, I can tell you at the age of 59, they hurt a lot more now than they did back then. They hurt then, but they hurt a lot more now. So they forgot about it. We're moving on.
All of these Olympiacos players, Barvazenkov and Fournier, were a part of that. They've added 2 huge names, and they've added a huge body to the starting 5 tonight in Nikola Milutinov.
Yeah, and he didn't look like he was in game shape the other day. There was a couple plays he made against Eddie Tavares that we seem to question. So he's going to go up against Fal, who's starting for Barcelona. It's going to be a nice little matchup inside. I think that matchup favors Milutinov. We're going to see how he plays tonight.
In Spain, in that Game 5, road teams had been winless in all 19 attempts in a playoff Game 5 before that evening. Olympiacos came out on top of the Palau Blaugrana. Nikola Milutinov was the star. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, a couple of assists, a steal and a block for the highest PIR of all players in the game. How fit is he? And how good might Olympiacos be with him and Fal back?
Pretty amazing that it never happened before. It happened twice last season.
Twice on the same night.
The same night.
I'm very careful,
Which
Joe.
one was the first one? Was it Barca?
I'm very careful not to say it was the first one. That's why I said 19 attempts before that evening.
Before that evening. Way to cover your bases, my man.
Fenerbahce doing it at Monaco just a couple of hours earlier. These 2 teams ready to take to the court. 5 EuroLeague championships between them. 2 of those have come against each other. Barcelona's second to most recent title came in 2010 when they beat the Greeks 86-68 in Paris. Olympiacos' first of 3 championships came in 1997 when they beat the Catalans 73-58 in Rome. Both are amongst the title favourites this season. Both dreaming of ending waits of more than a decade. Tonight, crucial, Joe, in sending an early season message.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we talk about the fact that points matter. So the game is a big win. Just imagine in 1 week you're beating Madrid and Barcelona in the same week. It's a huge week for Olympiacos, not only on the standings, but for their own personal momentum.
A huge game with a huge atmosphere. The Peace and Friendship Stadium booming for the opening tip. I'm Tim Long alongside Joe Lucas. Round 7 of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague for these 2 is underway. The battle of 2 big clubs and the battle of 2 bigs in the